So tonight's notes are on the cell cycle, specifically mitosis. First, some reminders. Make sure you write down all highlighted vocabulary. There's quite a bit in this one. And as I said in class today, there's no assignment attached to the screencast, as the web quest is going to serve as that assignment. All I'm going to do tomorrow is just check that you have the notes done. So the life of a cell. And the life of a cell is called the cell cycle. So that's as the cell cycle is its life cycle. So it goes from being just a cell doing its specialized job to dividing to eventually the death of the cell. And it begins when the cell is formed and it ends when the cell divides into two cells. And what's important here is the chromosomes. Chromosomes hold the DNA of a cell, which is basically, as we talked about in class, the instructions of what that cell is supposed to do. And the process by which a cell splits into two cells is called mitosis. And mitosis has 5 basic phases. And the first is interphase. An interphase is basically just when the cell is doing its job. At the end of interphase, though, the chromosomes get copied and they turn into what are called chromatids. So they're little pairs of chromosomes. During prophase, mitosis begins. So the nuclear envelope, which is basically like the cell membrane for the nucleus, it starts to disappear and the chromosomes condense into the chromatids. And as you can see here, these are called centrioles. They control where the chromosomes are going to go. We're going to see that in a second. Then we have metaphase. And metaphase is easy to remember because all you need to think of is middle. So in metaphase, the chromosomes line up along the center of the cell. So we can see here that they're lining up in the middle. And then our centrioles are now creating what are called spindle fibers that will allow this chromosome to separate. The next phase is called anaphase, and that's where the chromosomes separate and move to the opposite sides of the cell. And so we can see here our chromosomes are no longer chromatids, now they're chromosomes again, and they're going to move toward the centrioles. And the last phase of mitosis is called telophase, and that's where the nuclear membrane forms around each new set of chromosomes, and the chromosomes unwind and become a jumbled mess again, and the centrioles actually go back to what they were doing before. And then in cytokinesis, basically a new cell membrane forms, and the cytoplasm divides, and you have two cells. So this is what the interphase of a cell actually looks like, where the chromosomes kind of can't tell where they are, and there's two cell membranes. And once this happens, cell division is over. And that's all I have.